Hi, my name is Jordan and welcome to Gamers Genie. Today we're doing my top 10 favorite Halloween movies. Since Kevin did this list like maybe 2-3 years ago, I thought I would talk about my own favorite Halloween movies. It's very hard to narrow down which ones are my favorite because there's some that I watch every year and there's some that I watch every other year, but I know these are usually my top movies to watch around Halloween time. But anyways, let's count down. And these are in no particular order or anything like that. So, number 10 is Nightmare Before Christmas. I honestly have not seen Nightmare Before Christmas before I started dating Kevin. I've been avoiding that movie for a while because I was told by one of my family members that it's too creepy, I shouldn't watch it, and I'm not going to say who it is because they watch these videos, so I'm not going to mention their names or anything, but I've watched it and I end up enjoying it. And plus, that's one of my brother-in-law's favorite Disney movies, so I'm like, I cannot exclude this movie on the list. And plus, Kevin and I have always watched it around Halloween time and Christmas time every year, or at least we try to watch it at least twice a year, or if we just feel like watching it. And I know that we got to meet Jack Skellington and Sally during Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party during our honeymoon 3 years ago. I cannot believe it's been 3 years since he and I got married and went to Disney World for our honeymoon, and I love this movie so much. Jack and Sally are my favorite characters, although Jack is still my number one favorite from Nightmare Before Christmas. But yeah, number 10 is Nightmare Before Christmas. And the next one is Casper. I mean, who does not love a friendly ghost? I've watched Casper since I was a kid, and I've watched it around Halloween time every year. It's always been a go-to Halloween movies for me, and my sister and I just watched it in theaters for its 30th anniversary, and that was a lot of fun. And yeah, seeing it on the big screen was amazing. And yeah, we've always watched Casper every year, and I know that I really wish that Casper Meets Wendy or Casper and Wendy, I can't remember what the title is, but it's with Hilary Duff as Wendy in that Casper movie. I wish that was on a streaming service because I miss watching that movie every year too, but it's always on. It was on TV at the time, and that's when it's like always a go-to movie for me. And of course Casper, of course. And yeah, I'm just a big Casper fan, and I wished I had a t-shirt of Casper, but I do have ghosts on my shirt, so that kind of counts. But when it comes to Halloween, all I can think of is jack-o'-lanterns and ghosts. Those are my go-to things when it comes to like Halloween decorations and stuff. But yeah, number 9, Casper. Coming at number 8 is Hotel Transylvania. I honestly love this movie since it came out in theaters like 12 years ago. I remember seeing this in theaters with my dad and my sister, and my dad just wanted to do some daddy-daughter day with me and my sister, and that's what we did. And boy, I enjoyed that movie so much that I watch it basically any time of year because I honestly don't care. I honestly am so. And it's kind of funny how, like, at first I didn't know that Adam Sandler was Dracula until, like, I got to know him as an actor, like, for being an audience for his movies, and I'm like, wait, I did not notice that he's Dracula and all of his friends were the other characters, so it's kind of fun to know that Adam Sandler has voiced Dracula, and of course, as a Selena Gomez fan, she's Mavis, and I love her character so much, and I just love the movies. The fourth one, forget it. I honestly was disappointed with that one, to be honest with you, and but yeah, and it was kind of funny because Kevin and I have watched 3 Hotel Transylvania movies when I was in the hospital after I gave birth to our son, and it's it's kind of crazy looking back on, like, I mean, what else am I supposed to do while I'm in a hospital bed after giving birth to our son? Like, no, I know I, like, as a bookworm I could read, but I was just too exhausted to read, so I'm like, I'm just gonna watch TV all day. So, yeah, it's kind of funny looking back now on, like, how I remember, like, which movies I've watched while I was in the hospital when I gave birth to our son, and it's still crazy to think about, like we introduced this movie to our son and he loves it. So, and he just turned 9 months on the filming this video, and it's kind of crazy, like, how we have a 9-month-old now. But anyways, number 8, Hotel Transylvania. And number 7 is Halloween Town. I almost said it a wrong movie. I know I've been a big fan of Halloween Town since it was on TV on Disney Channel. That's always been a go-to for Halloween movies. For me, I just love the world. I love the character, especially Marnie, who's my favorite character. And it's kind of crazy how the actress who plays Marnie and Cal from the sequel are now married. And I'm just like, didn't they, it makes me think, like, did they have a crush on each other back then when they were making the sequel of Halloween Town? And I just, like, and plus Debbie Reynolds as Aggie, and it makes me wish that I have a grandmother like her. Like, I just love her characters so much. I love the characters, and I love the world. In the 4th movie, I honestly wish it was better than it was, just because, again, I know I've watched it maybe a couple times, but let's be real, I really wish they did not get rid of Kimberly J. Brown, who is Marnie, in that movie, but kept the rest of the cast. That's just wrong in my opinion. But anyways, I just love watching Halloween Town every year during this time of the year. But yeah, number 7, Halloween Town. Coming number 6 is Frankenstein. More specifically, Boris Karloff's Frankenstein, one of the Universal monster movies. Kevin and I have watched a lot, all the Universal oh my gosh, words today. Universal monster movies every Halloween. Like, he got a whole collection of all the Universal monster movies on Blu-ray back in 2020. So yeah, 5 years ago, and now we've been watching all those movies every year. And Frankenstein, I don't know, I honestly don't know why. Ever since I was a kid, I was, like, fascinated with Frankenstein. Like, if I had to choose a monster, it would be Frankenstein. My thing is just because of Alvin and Chipmunks beat Frankenstein. I really wished I was on streaming, because I loved that movie when I was a kid, and I wish there was some way to watch it with my own kids. So I'm so upset about that. But I know Boris Karloff's film is amazing, and I watched it every year, and I'm happy to say that our son also loves Frankenstein, so I'm a proud mama right here. And I know I'm excited about the new Frankenstein movie that's coming out, and Kevin and I are going to go see that in theaters. I'm just really excited about that. And also, I'm trying to think about any ways that, yeah, for some reason, Frankenstein's always been my favorite. Even when, after discovering it was like, my high school did a school play on Frankenstein, and I also have read Frankenstein in college, so I'm just really happy that I like the story. I still don't own my own copy of it, but I do hope one day I will. And yeah, I am just always need to watch Frankenstein every year. And for someone who has read the book, there's a little pet peeve of mine. What is wrong with the name Victor back in those days when Boris Karloff Frankenstein was made? Because they changed his name from Victor to Henry. I'm just really want to know what's wrong with the name Victor. So that really bugs me, but I'm just so glad that Universal Studios with Epic Universe, they have the Universal Monsters area, which I'm really happy that they have Henry Frankenstein's descendant, Victoria Frankenstein, be the star of the ride. So I'm like, thank you for correcting the name of Frankenstein and named her Victoria. So I'm just happy about that, and I can't wait to see that theme park in person, because I know there's a lot of areas that I'm really excited about, and Kevin and I were ranking which lands that our son will love more. But anyways, Frankenstein for number 6. So another classic of mine that I always have to watch every year around Halloween time is A Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. And I just love that special so much that I'm just like excited to watch that with our son, and I know Kevin's excited too. And it's just been something that we watch every year, and I'm happy I got to watch it with Kevin, and now we're going to be watching it with our own son, and I'm just really excited to watch it with a kid of our own, and my family, and I always have to watch that every year. And I just love all the jokes in that short, like how Charlie Brown always ends up getting a rock and trick or treating. I feel so bad. I'm like, okay, this kid deserves candy. Why are you giving him rocks? And it's just it's so funny to me, and I just love the Peanut shorts. I honestly don't care what people think. I love watching them in every holiday and whatever occasion it is. But yeah, I'm just always happy watching those every year. But number 5 is It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Coming on number 4 is Hocus Pocus. Yeah, and I know some people either like it or dislike this movie, but the funny thing is about this movie used to scare the heck out of me when I was a kid. I didn't even watch it until I was like in the 6th grade, or I think. But I know, like, as a 2nd or 3rd grader, it did scare me when I was a kid. But as I got older, I watched it. I'm like, okay, that's not as scary as I thought. And yeah, I watch this every year, and I'm scared to show this movie to our son, just because, like, he's been liking a lot of creepy and scary stuff, and for me, who was scared to watch this movie when I was a kid, I'm afraid to show him that movie for that reason. I'm like, is this going to be one of those movies that will scare him or not? I don't know. I don't want to test it out. But I just love the 3 actresses who played the Sanderson sisters. I think they do a good job, and I feel like they're the best part of the sequel, but the rest of the sequel is just meh, in my opinion. I wish there was more to the story, not just what we've got, but I know there's supposed to be a 3rd one coming out, like in development from the last time I've heard. So I do hope that Max, Allison, and Danny come back, because I feel like it would have been better if they also come back, not just the Sanderson sisters. So that's just me anyway. And I know I saw the Hocus Pocus show during Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party during our honeymoon, and I told Kevin, I'm like, this is one of those shows that I don't mind only seeing this once, just because it's not something we would do, because we don't know how often we're going to go to Disney World during Halloween time. So, but yeah, I do like the movie, and it's kind of funny to see the technology, like, in this movie versus the sequel, and how it's changed over the years. And yeah, I still like the story. I just don't know how often I'll watch the sequel, to be honest with you. But I know that the first one is always like a must for me. But number 4, Hocus Pocus. Coming on number 3 is Abbott Costello Meets Frankenstein. I remember when Kevin first showed me this movie, I was not familiar with a lot of old movies, like with, oh gosh, I know it has brothers in their name. I can't remember what their names are. I just only remember one of them is Harpy, and he has introduced me some of those movies, and I know I enjoy some of them. But with Abbott and Costello, I've watched some of those with him, and I know I enjoy them. And Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein has always been a tradition of Kevin and his dad, so it's like I end up watching it with them, and I end up enjoying it, and I know Kevin's really excited to show that to our son, who I'm pretty sure he'll enjoy the film because he likes Universal monster movies. Yes, he has seen them, and his favorites so far, Frankenstein and The Mummy, I think. Not Brendan Fraser's Mummy, the Boris Karloff's Mummy movie. So just want to clarify that. But yeah, it's very funny, and I just love how, like, in the game Horrified, the Universal Monsters Horrified, they featured Chick and Wilbur in that, and we just noticed that that was like a little Easter egg from that film, and that's what gets us excited every time we play Horrified, because we're all like, oh, Chick! and Wilbur featured in the game, so I'm glad that Ravensburger have featured those characters in that game, because, I mean, who wouldn't? But anyways, number 3 is Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Number 2 is Disney's Legend of Sleepy Hollow. And this has always been, I don't know why I've not been afraid to watch this film. I watch this film every year, ever since I was a little kid, and that film never scared me. But it's always a must for me to watch every year around Halloween. But yeah, it's the Headless Horseman, and Kevin and I got to see the Headless Horseman and Mickey's House of Scary Halloween Party. Yes, I am bringing up some of the things that happened during our honeymoon, because we just got really excited that we got to go to Mickey's House of Scary Halloween Party for our honeymoon. But anyways, it was cool to see the Headless Horseman in person, and I honestly told Kevin that I really want to visit the actual Sleepy Hollow, just because of me being a fan of the story, and I've read the book a few years ago. I'm just like, I want to visit there in person during that time of year. I don't care if it's a tourist place during that time of year, but I do want to visit Sleepy Hollow during that time of the year. That is a bucket list of mine, so I do hope to go there one day and see the locations where the story took place. So yeah, I am just really like that story. I just love the story so much, and yeah, it's always a must every year. And I think Kevin and I have watched this once with our son, and he loves the song about the Headless Horseman. It's kind of funny how he liked it, since he was a month old basically, and we're just like, what the heck? And that always freaks Kevin out, because our son likes creepy and scary stuff, and this is one of the ones that he likes. So what can I say? But anyways, number 2 is Legend of Sleepy Hollow, Disney version, obviously. And number 1 is Ghostbusters. I love Ghostbusters. I've loved that movie since I was a kid, and I still remember when I was like 2 or 3, my dad trying to stop me from watching that movie, even though, like, he thought that movie would scare me, but yet it didn't scare me, because I didn't watch that movie from start to finish until I was like maybe 8 years old, maybe. And I still remember at 2 or 3 years old, I came downstairs and tried to watch it while my dad was watching it, and he was like, nope, you cannot watch it. So, and I'm a big fan of Ghostbusters so much that I'm really excited about the 5th film that's coming out. I love Ghostbusters 2. Like, it's okay, I would still watch it just because I'm a big fan of Ghostbusters and Afterlife and Frozen Empire. Seeing Afterlife and Frozen Empire in theaters, oh my gosh, it makes me love the Ghostbusters more and more. I'm just really excited for the 5th movie that is coming out. And I'm just so glad with Afterlife they did honor the actor who plays Egon. I can't remember his name right now. And I honestly cried when I saw that. I was like, oh, that's just so sweet that they tribute this actor who was one of the original Ghostbusters. And I'm just love those movies so much that I'm just really excited to see the 5th movie, and I wish I was wearing my Ghostbusters shirt. I'm talking here. Well, like I said, I do have a ghost. I have 2 ghosts on my shirt. So, but anyways, I'm a big fan of Ghostbusters still. But number 1 is Ghostbusters. So that's all my top 10 favorite Halloween movies. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. And if you want to see more top 10 videos, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you'll be notified for videos just like this. And you can follow us on all the social medias, which will be in links down below, so you guys can check them out. And since it's going to be released on Halloween, I want to wish you all a happy Halloween, and stay tuned for the next top 10s list, whatever that might be. But until then, thanks for the views.